Well, welcome to this product demonstration of the Littmann 3M stethoscope range. We've lined up three different models of stethoscopes that doctors may be considering to purchase in the UK. And on the left you can see top of the range Cardiology 3. This is really marketed at consultants, registrars, senior registrars, people that basically are wanting something that's going to give them the ability to do detailed cardiology examinations and pick up subtle heart sound variations. In the middle we've got the new Classic III Stethoscope by 3M. This was launched earlier this year and it's basically an updated model version of their Classic II SE, which is shown on the right hand aspect of this screen. So these are the basic box outers, the standard packaging from the manufacturer. If we open these now and show you the contents, all these models are the black tubes, so you can see the slight differences and variations in them. All come with a standard manufacturer's user's guide in multi-languages. If we take those away, you will also see the pack contents of the spares which are supplied with the units. In the Cardiology 3 you get hard and soft ear tips and a bell anti-chill ring. In the Classic 3 you get a bell anti-chill ring and a pair of soft tip ear tips. And in the old Classic II SE you just get a pair of very firm and hard ear tips. So if we just have a look at the different stethoscope tubes here, these are all 27cm standard tube lengths, but if we just have a look at the thickness of the tubes, you'll see the Classic II SE is notably thinner its lumen than the Classic III, which is again slightly thinner than the Cardiology 3. The head pieces or headsets are almost identical on all three units, but there has been an increase in the lumen or size and strength from the Classic II SE to the Classic III. It's only subtle, but I think you can probably notice the difference if we put them side by side. Same size, but the actual steel forming the headset is slightly thicker on the on the 3 than the 2. Headset, if we compare them between the Classic 3 and the Cardiology, very similar, but again slight. I don't know whether there is actually any difference looking at that when they're close up. They're almost identical, the headsets between the Cardiology and the Classic 3. But if we come and consider the chest pieces, this is where the real difference lies between the three units. The old Classic II SE, slightly thinner. The paediatric chest piece doesn't come set up with any option to put a diaphragm in there. It's just a bell arrangement with an anti-chill ring. And if we have a look at the standard adult side of the chest piece, the Classic 3 has a much better quality anti-chill ring. Diaphragm hasn't changed, but the anti-chill ring on the Classic 2 is notably more old-fashioned looking than the Classic 3. And also if we have a look at the thickness, if I can just make this note for you, if you compare the thickness of the two barrels which rotate to give you the rotating change between bell and diaphragm ends, you'll see how much more manufacturing and steel's gone into the Classic 3. It's much thicker, should give you much better transmission auscultation and also be less vulnerable to damage and easier to clean, they reckon. Compare that to the head on the Cardiology. It's a completely different ball game. The lumen's much thicker on the steel forming the barrel, much deeper chest piece with a conical shaped bell. Comes set up as a diaphragm, but you can take and put the anti-chill ring on there to form a classic bell arrangement, but a much more substantial chest piece. So that's hopefully showing you a little of what's changed between the upgrades on these models. We suspect that the Classic II SE will gradually be phased out, and they're already limiting the colour tube options that are available to distributors. The Classic 3 we think is going to grow and grow to become the basic standard medical unit for doctors against which other models are compared. And the Cardiology 3, because it is the more expensive of the three models here, I think it's going to remain a sort of niche model for more experienced and higher trained doctors who are requiring that auscultation quality above the Classic 3. If we compare roughly what these are selling for in the marketplace currently, we're looking at around £56 to £60 for a Classic II SE, £75 to £80 for a Classic 3, and around £160 to £170 for the Cardiology. So there you have it, three models compared in the Littmann 3M stethoscope range. All three are available for doctors to buy on the ValueMed websites.